magnificent Holsworth Mill and its red brick model village surroundings stand as proud testaments to more prosperous times in the Reddish area of Stockport. Nearby St Elisabeth's Church and its adjoining school once boasted 4 mills within 100 yards of their walls. Today the area has fallen on harder times, and St Elisabeth's vicar, the Reverend Angie Stanton, has led the whole community in setting up a much-needed local food bank, which they call Reddish.
The church is trying to live out its mission to bring the gospel, not just the words of the gospel, but the actual actions of the gospel into the places where it's needed. The church needs to be on the street, and that's what really Reddish is all about.
We come from Christchurch. We brought 2 bags of food. These are tins, and then there's milk and mashed potato and biscuits.
We want to make this place not only a place where people can come and hand over their voucher and be fed, but also a place where they can spend time with somebody talking about the other more difficult, more complex issues that get them into the situation where they need a food voucher in the first place.
Do you need any specific toiletries?
I think perhaps in Victorian times, the church was doing the sort of work that we're talking about and doing now. The church was educating and feeding and clothing people. That was the institution that was offering those sources of help. And when the state took a lot of those things on, the church lost its sense of mission. And inevitably, when those things are being pulled away, the church has got to start again to learn to do those sort of things, not be afraid of doing them.
Visitors find that the Reddish Food Bank has become a focus for a wide network of assistance by inviting other organisations to add their expertise. Organisations such as FLAG, who can point people to all sorts of support, some quite unlikely.
Free Cakes for Children is a service that looks at children who come from families that maybe literally can't afford a birthday cake for them, and obviously you want to make that day special. So if you get in contact with Free Cakes for Kids, then they commission somebody to make a cake for them for their birthday.
I coordinate the volunteers and the day-to-day running of the food bank itself. I run our youth services and youth centre on a Wednesday evening. It's not only people who are unemployed or claiming benefits, but also there are families that are renting privately, who have full-time jobs but are simply not earning enough money of their wage to cover the rent, the bills, the foods for all them and their families.
Perhaps Reddish is one of those areas where actually the institution of the church is quite respected. I was in a meeting with our local councillors a week or so ago, and it was after a moment when the Sunday Gospel had been a conversation between Jesus and the Pharisees, and they had said to Jesus, "By what authority do you do these things?" And Jesus, of course, sent a question back their way. He didn't answer that one, but that question really impacted on me. By what authority do I, as the face of Reddish, do these things? And as I pondered that, and in conversation with this counsellor sort of voiced it, I realised that it's the authority vested in me as the parish priest at St Elisabeth's that enables me to have doors opened, enables me to have conversations with business and council, enables us to have a window into people's lives that we wouldn't have if I wasn't wearing a collar.
The Reddish Food Bank is open for 3 hours on Thursday and Saturday mornings.